Thad Cochran. Have you ever heard of Thad Cochran? Yes. He's been a senator a very, very long time. I bet you don't even know what he sounds like because he never talks. And as you know, many of you, he's running for re-election in the great state of Mississippi. He lost the primary, but their primary system requires candidates to get 50% plus one in order to avoid a runoff. Now, we already talked about, so I won't repeat it, just to sum up, that Mitch McConnell is all in for Thad Cochran. Mitch McConnell believes he has a cakewalk in Kentucky, so he's very, very busy working on Thad Cochran's campaign. Much like Eric Cantor, he's completely out of touch with the folks in Kentucky, so he's busy in Mississippi. And he pulled together a bunch of the more moderate and liberal Republican senators and shook them down for contributions through their campaign slush funds. And then he shook down a number of representatives and lobbyists from some of the Fortune 500 companies and some law firms. And he sent Thad Cochran a check for about $850,000 to run ads trashing Chris McDaniel as a right-wing nut. But that's not all. I want you folks in Mississippi, heard all over Mississippi, to know that the Washington Post and the New York Times have all editorialized or written news stories backing their man Thad Cochran. Now, why would the New York Times and the Washington Post want Thad Cochran? Why would all these corporatists and all their paid-for monkeys, why would they want Thad Cochran? And then we have Roll Call, a newspaper on Capitol Hill, Kent Cooper writing, 2 New York billionaires have each sent a $250,000 contribution to a Mississippi super PAC, I'm thinking dinner, super PAC supporting Senator Thad Cochran. Now, who might they be? Former New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg. Remember him? The anti-Second Amendment, the pro-gun control guy? Well, owner of Bloomberg LP and Sean Parker, co-founder of Napster. You people use Napster? Have each contributed $250,000 to Mississippi conservatives, a super PAC supporting the Mississippi senator in his Republican primary runoff. Notice how the liberal Republicans follow what the liberal Democrats do. So it's Mississippi conservatives, you see, who are trying to raise money from a gun control billionaire and another billionaire out of New York to defeat a real conservative, Chris McDaniel. This is how it works. It's sleazy as hell. But I just want to make it clear to all our friends in Mississippi that Michael Bloomberg, Mr. Anti-Second Amendment, Mr. Anti-Soda, Mr. Anti-this, Anti-that, Mr. Liberal out of New York City, backs Thad Cochran. The Mississippi Conservatives PAC, this phony PAC, reported receipts of $1.28 million, disbursements of $1.358 million, typical of a lib Republican. The major donors included Bloomberg, this fellow Sean Parker. Let's see here. We have John Now, president and CEO of Silver Eagle Distributors. That's $100,000. Joe Sanderson, chairman and CEO of Sanderson Farms, $100,000. Also, just so you know, you remember our boy Karl Rove, who must have left the country, Mr. Producer, after the Cantor. Has he left the country? Is he on a long cruise? Where is the boy? He does 5 Fox shows a day. Where is he? Haven't seen him on Fox, since Tuesday. I'm getting worried. All Points Bulletin. Where's Rove? Actually, let me pull that. Who cares? Let me continue. So his PAC, Rove's PAC, American Crossroads, gave $160,000 to Thad Cochran. $100,000 from Main Street Advocacy, that left-wing kook group. The leadership PAC of Mitch McConnell. So Mitch McConnell's Senate PAC gave $50,000 to Thad Cochran. And then $50,000 from this front group called Texans for a Conservative Majority. What a joke. Rather than saying they're conservative, why aren't they actually conservative? If Thad Cochran wants money from conservatives, why doesn't he act like a conservative? Well, I'm asking this from a guy who can't even eat oatmeal with help in the morning, so what do I know? So you can see this is obviously a grassroots effort. This is why I get angry at people who pop off at Tea Party groups that are national groups. Hey, look, they're spending all this money. Well, they don't have a Michael Bloomberg or a Sean Parker or all these people coughing up $250,000, $500,000, millions of dollars. They don't have those type of donors. They have small donors. You got to find ways of communicating with small donors, and it's expensive. It's labor intensive. But whatever. So I thought you'd want to know. And there's more on the great Thad Cochran, who has the support. And Thad Cochran should already be dismissed as kind of a kook. He said the other day that he used to do some weird things with animals. I mean, for most people, that would be it. Oh, you did? Well, yeah, that sounds a little, well, sick. Sick. But I've said Thad's not all there. This from the Washington Composter. I know it's a lot to take in. Thad being as important as he is with all these donors. Wonder why they're supporting him. Because he's an easy mark. Because he's bought and paid for. Because McConnell is desperate to be majority leader. And in my view, McConnell puts himself ahead of everything else. In an interview with Fox News published online today, Thaddeus Cochran, a.k.a. Thad Cochran, appeared to indicate that he wasn't aware that House Majority Leader Eric Cantor lost his primary on Tuesday. Huh? Interviewer, what happened in Virginia the other day? Does that concern you for your chances here in this runoff? I don't know what you're talking about. What happened in Virginia? Asked Cochran, the interviewer. With Eric Cantor losing his seat. Cochran, well, I haven't followed that cam very closely at all. Interviewer, really? Later, the interviewer says, well, Eric Cantor lost his seat as the majority leader, to which Cochran replies, well, it happens. Some win, some lose. The interviewer's point was that Cochran, like Cantor, faces a strong challenge from a conservative Tea Party-backed challenger. Cochran came in second in Mississippi's primary last week. Cochran's bid for re-election set a number of roadblocks over the past several weeks. His campaign got into a public feud with the Atlantic's Molly Ball, following a profile of the senator that his camp considered unflattering, because she said he was out of it, basically. Shortly before the primary, Cochran evaded CNN's Dana Bash by sneaking out of the back of an event. Once she spotted him, he gave the Washington Compost Dan Balls a quote suggesting he supported Obamacare, which the campaign then tried to reel back. Now you know why McConnell wants him. Hey, Thad, I want you to vote this way. Thad, where's my Milky Way bar? Thad, I want you to vote this way. Oh, okay.